Hello friends, it's been a while, been busy with Thanksgiving and all kinds of fun things, but I thought I would check in and show you where I am with this thing. You may recall, if you've been watching all along, that my plan was to distress the paint on this. And what is distressing, you might ask? That is intentionally removing paint strategically to make it look time-worn and antique. So I've painted over the whole thing inside and out. I started doing a little distressing here on, I've been doing the drawers, and you can see that I've worn it away kind of above and below the knob where your fingers would naturally touch the wood every time you grab the handle, the knob, and also the edges. You can see that the edges are also, it'll show more once I get the top coat on, but that's what I've been doing so far. I actually found a little bit of chippiness over here, which some people think is an oh no, and I don't. I like chippiness in an old piece like this. That shows that sometimes the paint just doesn't hang on as much as you would hope it would, and that makes it look old too. There are ways to intentionally do chippiness. I did not do that in this case, but I welcome it. So what I do is I'm using a sandpaper mouse with some, I think it's 220 grit sandpaper. And so I look for places like here we've got the lock and where the knob is going to go. And so that's naturally going to get worn. So I don't want to do too heavy of a sandpaper because then it might show, you know, like lines, sandpaper lines. I want it to look worn away. So I'm doing a 220, and you can see how it's coming off on the edges, and I'll give it a little more around the knob, like that. And then other places, you know, obviously this has some nice edges to it, and so that'll get sanded off. It's not hard to do, and you can do a little, you can do a lot. It just depends on how time-worn you want it to be. Down here at the bottom we've got this, I don't even know what you call it, but it's got lots of raised edges, so naturally I'm going to let it look like lots of people have bumped into it with their feet or the vacuum or whatever, and take some off of there. I will also be accentuating these details with some antique wax, so that'll be fun. But that comes later, so stay tuned and you'll see where it goes from here. Thanks for watching, guys.